Hey everybody, welcome back to the Belly Blossom. This is week 4 on this week-by-week pregnancy progress. Each week you can expect to hear about physical changes, psychological challenges, tips and experiences that could help you along in your pregnancy. You've probably already started to wonder if you're actually pregnant, and you may experience a few subtle signs this week. Some of these signs could be implantation cramping. It is very similar to menstrual cramping, but is located in one spot and usually less intense. Some women experience bloating, tiredness or fatigue, as well as breast tenderness. For me, breast tenderness was the very first sign that I experienced. Usually during my normal menstrual cycle, my breasts would get sore about 2 to 3 days before my period was due. So what's happening to that little egg? Now called a blastocyst, these cells are dividing into 2 groups. One group is the embryo, which is your developing baby, and the other group of cells is the placenta, or the lifeline for your baby, carrying nutrients and waste. This embryo is about the size of a poppy seed, and if you are having twins, it can be seen on ultrasound at this time. The embryo has 3 distinct layers right now. The outside layer being the skin, the hair, and the nervous system, the middle layer being the bones and the heart, and the inside layer, which is the digestive system, the liver, and the lungs. Pregnancy tests detect human chorionic gonadotrophin, or HCG. HCG is released 6 to 12 days after fertilization, which brings us to the beginning of week 4. But most likely pregnancy tests will not detect a positive HCG level until the end of week 4. Some companies claim their tests can detect HCG days before your period is due. It's up to you on how much money you want to spend, but I would suggest waiting closer to the end of week 4. HCG doubles in the blood every 24 hours, so you have a greater chance of a positive pregnancy test closer to the end of the week. I didn't want to be disappointed with a negative pregnancy test by testing too early. Also, on the months that we tried but did not get pregnant, I was starting to experience PMS symptoms 3 to 4 days before my period was due. There was no need for a pregnancy test because I knew my body and I knew that I didn't feel any different than I normally do. A tip for you would be to purchase pregnancy tests on Amazon. Buying tests at the drugstore are very expensive, especially if they are digital. Personally, digital technology does have the possibility of going haywire. I have more trust in a simple dipstick than a digital test. So if you've just started trying, like I said in my last video, it's likely for you not to conceive on the first try. So on Amazon you can buy packs of multiple pregnancy tests. I accidentally bought 2 kinds thinking one was ovulation test and one was a pregnancy test. So this one is a 5-pack and it was $15, and this one is a 20-pack and it was also $15. Let's just say I have a surplus of pregnancy tests. Mental challenges can be very similar to that of week 3, where the excitement is rising when you're getting closer to the day that you can actually detect positive HCG level in your urine. To perform a pregnancy test, you have to catch your urine in a small container. It doesn't matter what time of day. You dip the absorbent side into the urine below the max fill line and allow it to lay flat for 3 to 5 minutes. There will be a control line, which is the C, and there will be a test line, which is the second line. Sometimes the test line can be quite faint, which means there is HCG in your urine, but just not enough of it. So test later that day or the next day. If the test was negative, meaning there was a control line but no test line, then you should try again in 2 days if you think that you are pregnant. Well, that wraps up week 4. Stay positive and healthy, and I hope you have a positive pregnancy test.